Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here. Today we have a big issue that we need to, or at least I wanted to personally discuss, and that is the fact that your favorite games, like GTA, Tomb Raider, Detroit Become Human, and so many more are gonna disappear. Now you might be asking yourself, for the world, what do you mean they're gonna disappear? Well, basically, a bunch of, I don't know exactly their names, so we're just gonna call them the fat blue-haired bitches and they pretty much are mad that porn games and NSFW games are on things like Steam, Epic Games, and people can pay for them. They think that's gross, disgusting, and whatever. So they went and pretty much bullied the payment processors, Mastercard, Visa, anything like your debit card, anything like that, and pretty much to delist and remove all of the porn games and the fucking really, though the main idea was for them to remove like the porn games, which one, if you fuck with porn games, that's yo money. I can't lie. That there are these people who, are fucking losers or whatnot, and they're addicted to porn games, but you know what? They got the money for those games, so they should be able to go and play those games without having to worry about them getting taken down. Now, you might be wondering, well, how does this tie into games like GTA and stuff? Well, this means if they have the power to take down porn games because in their eyes that they're bad to them, well, then they're able to, twist it and bully the payment processors in so many different ways where they might be like, one thing I saw was, any women going through things like, any trauma, anything like that is misogynistic and bad. So, which is why I brought up Tomb Raider earlier. Now, that Tomb Raider is talked about, it's like Tomb Raider will be gone because she goes through so much stress and that's misogynistic and it's all gross to play. Her outfits, everything like that is bad. They don't want that, so they're going to remove it. Who is to say, who gets to say hold on, how do I say this? Who gets to say how you spend your money on what you spend it on? That is overall, that is the dumbest thing ever. You think, oh, well, you know what? I'm bored. I'm gonna go buy a game. I like Tomb Raider. I'm gonna go buy Tomb Raider. Oh, Tomb Raider's not there. Why? Because it's misogynistic and bad according to these fat bitches. Now, I'm assuming they're not all fat, but if they're not fat, they probably have blue hair. Anyway, pretty much what I'm saying here is games like Detroit Become Human, where in the beginning when Connor has to save the person or save the kid, I can't remember her name, but that wouldn't be allowed because that is putting a child in danger, a not real child. Like, that's the thing. People are getting so tied up between reality and like video games and movies and all that to where they're trying to change what we see, and getting mad and fighting for the rights of not real people is kind of stupid, because if there was a real situation where the kids are getting harmed, whatever, that's bad. But when it's for entertainment purposes, it's for storytelling purposes, it's to make you feel emotionally invested. You're not sitting there going, yeah, jump off the fucking building, kill the kid, we hate the kid. No, like, it builds emotional, it builds stress, and it makes the situation good. Characters like Lara Croft are not just there to be, is there just for men to goon to. This is not the case. She is there. She plays a great role. She's an amazing protagonist. All of the Tomb Raider games are fun. And I don't see in any way how they're misogynistic. Just because the PS2 version has double D's bigger than your fucking fat rolls on your stomach doesn't mean it's misogynistic. Now, I'm sorry, because there is a lot of really, really cool fat people out there. But if you're fat with blue hair, I can't do that. Unless you're cool with fat and blue hair. I don't want to get canceled just yet. Anyway, pretty much what I'm saying here is, all of these games now, if they can get down the porn games, they can get down the games that, have misogyny in them, or games where children or women are hurt. That's every fucking game ever. I'm sorry, but like, one, you look at Fortnite, the female Fortnite skin dies, you have to remove all the female Fortnite skins from the game. Actually, Fortnite's not delisted. Payment processors pull out, no one can buy V-Bucks anymore, Epic Games bankrupt, done. That is so unbelievably fucked up that is even a possibility of something that could happen. And if the payment processors, don't try to like do something or just be like, whatever, people buy whatever, Like, this is going to be a huge problem, not just for video games, for pretty much everything. Books, movies, like TV shows, anything, comics, anime, anything. And the fact that they're able to, get people to, the payment processors to pull out their shit so people can't buy it is severely messed up, because who gets to say what you can and can't do with your own money? Now, I also wanted to go into something else, and that was the Nintendo Switch 2, not being able to fully own the games you have. You have a license and you don't actually own the game. Now, who's to say if Nintendo goes, Mario Kart World is done, everyone doesn't own it anymore. Servers are down, no one owns it, you can't play it anymore. The fact that you spend $100 on a game, especially with new Nintendo games costing upwards to $120, $125, how the hell are you going to be able to be like, oh, you bought Kirby? Well, we're taking Kirby back from everyone. No one has Kirby anymore. That is also along the lines of not as much the payment processor issue, but the core issue of being able to have things. You can't have, they can choose what you spend your money on now. You're not allowed to spend your money on certain things. You're not allowed to own what you buy, which is also fucked up. And yeah, overall, this whole situation is just, it's so beyond messed up, because the fact that there are going to be so many games that if people keep going through with this are going to be lost in history. Now, I'm trying to think of more games like that. Now, I'm also thinking multiplayer games where literally any woman who goes through anything is deemed, the game has to disappear, which overall is super fucked. Like, I don't know how else to put it other than that. It's like, oh, that woman went through trauma to build her character, and she's a really lovable fan favorite character. It sucked that she had to go through it. Nope. Evil. Misogynistic. You're a dog shit, misogynistic piece of shit. How the hell does that even happen? How do you even, let the payment processors, how do you bully the payment processors? This shit like Pennywise when there was, bullying them at the end of it. But, how in the world are these games going to recover? Now, there's so many games, so much media out there, that if they manage to take down pretty much everything for these niche little things. Now, if it's that's the thing, it's also niche. It's women and children going through things and story purposes. Okay, yeah, but now what about when it goes, okay, well, video game violence is also bad. Remember when they'd say games like GTA cause school shootings and crime in younger people? I'm like, oh, GTA, you can kill women, and it encourages school shootings. Done. GTA gone. Your thousands of hours in GTA Online, fuck your Oppressor Mark 2. That shit gone forever. Horror games where you play as a female character, the trauma that your character goes through because you're playing through that and you're a man, you misogynistic piece of fuck. It's horrible. The fact that people can actually sit here and say, hey, you don't own your games and we can take away your games. It is just mind-boggling. Just I also want to talk about the Black Myth Wukong thing. You're telling me that game didn't win a Game of the Year because of the controversy, because there was no women in the game? Are we going to be so for real right now? If you're dog shit ass, you're like a fucking game journalist, you can't get past the third chapter. You get to that, the whole main game is about these, 3 girls who, turn into spiders and shit. There's literally women in the game. They're beautiful women. Is it misogynistic because you fight them? Probably. Black Myth Wukong is fucking gone. It's off the charts now, and it's ridiculous. I'm honestly really unbelievably fed up about it, for the simple fact that you can't own games anymore. You can't, you just can't do anything anymore. Everyone has so much more control over what you do with your life, what you buy, and what you own. You don't own anything anymore, and you don't get, even if you do own it, they might just take it away. So, yeah, fuck. Fuck the big companies. I'm out of this bitch. Drank.